Aha. Ah.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Oh.
Impossible to see inside. A smudge of what I hope is only green paint.
Oh.
Well, I can't interact with it, actually. Oops. Blue paint. Smear of blue paint. Well, we need a yellow paint, do we not? Where was it? There. No? Okay.
Huh.
What do you need? What can I do for you? Merci.
Okay. Useless partner. Nothing to interact with. Can we go inside? Is it open? No, it's not open. We can't even interact with it. So we'll hold on. Cleaning. Master key. I'm not sure. Well, I can't just drag things as I please. There has to be like interaction symbol. Do you use it there? I'm not sure. Nothing inside. Okay. Okay.
Huh. Aha.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Impossible to see inside. Voila, the stick is stained blue, evidence there was a blue paint on the key. So did the thief get paint on the key before they entered the room or afterwards? Well, here was the blue paint, was it not?
Oh.
Okay, we can make one connection. Nothing inside keyhole. Green paint smear. Blue paint inside keyhole. And blue paint smear on box.
I cannot see the logic in this. Where is the sense in that? I should consider this fact. Voila!
The key was used in the west wing door after it had been dropped in paint. The paint covered key was used to lock the west wing door.
I cannot see the logic in this. I should not be surprised by my own skill.
It's likely the thief didn't notice the paint on the key straight away. They may have gotten on their hands.
Things are beginning to become...
The thief must have moved the box to gain access. Box was moved by thief.
This will not get me any closer to my...
And...
I must act on thought.
Not sure what it wants from me now.
I must take a different approach if...
Okay.
When the thief entered this room from the west wing, there was no paint on the key. We know this because there was no paint on the key when they used it on the door to the gallery. But there is paint on the key when the thief locks the west wing door after stealing the painting, telling us,
The key got covered in paint in this room.
oui, and only after the painting was stolen. So, what happened in between locking the door to the gallery and leaving this room to lock the west wing door? The picture is becoming clearer, and the paint is the key. The thief unlocked the door from the west wing into this room, unlocked the door to the gallery, and stole the painting. They then returned, whereupon they laid the painting on the desk. The thief locked the door and returned to the painting. But then, an accident. They dropped the key into the palette of paint.
How can you be so sure?
We know because the paint palette was the only source of blue paint in the room that the key could have dropped in.
But why put the painting on this table, where items may be knocked or where they may be heard? Perhaps the answer is before me on the desk. Aha. Ah. Oh.
The key was dropped here, I can only imagine by accident. I doubt that the thief had the time to read the book.
Oh.
No, I feel he only used this table to cut this painting from its frame. I must find its frame to confirm my fear. I should find Mr. Hastings. Yeah.
What do you need? What can I do for you?
The evidence in this very room can tell us how a thief went next. Where? How can we know that the thief did after cutting the painting from the frame? The box was moved. The thief used the box over there for something after cutting the painting from the frame, to push it or move it into a better position perhaps.
What can I do for you?
Merci, monsieur.
Huh. Huh.
Old damaged frames. Our fear are confirmed. This is the frame from the Magdalene painting that was brought from Brussels. Once the painting was removed, it was left here. I suppose the police were looking for the painting, not the frame. I believe we have our thief. I must speak with Detective Inspector Hardwick and inform him of my findings before Mademoiselle has the chance to flee the country.
Gentlemen, have you seen Miss Babanian? She wanted to speak with me after the bishop was finished chewing my ear off, but it seems the pair of them have disappeared.
I'm afraid not.
Can't have been that important then. What can I do for you?
Merci, mademoiselle.
What do you need? What can I do for you?
Merci.
Huh. Ah.
I didn't already get it out?
Oh.
Okay.
What can I do for you?
Merci, mademoiselle.
I hope you're getting something out of wasting my time.
Merci.
Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, where was he? Upstairs, right?
If you want to deal with him, fine by me.
I suppose I can spare a minute.
I will not take up any more of your time.
If you want to deal with him,
Hey, am I not supposed to talk with you? Return the ring to its owner.
if you want to deal with him,
I suppose.
I will not take up any more.
Detective Inspector Hardwick has made it quite...
Hä?
I hope you're getting some.
Merci.
What do you need? What can I do?
Merci.
Gentlemen, have you seen Miss Babanian? She wanted to speak with me after the bishop was finished chewing my ear.
I'm afraid not.
Can't have been that important.
I recall Mr. Hastings telling me he saw Mr. acting particular in the West, peculiar in the West Wing. Perhaps it requires further investigation. Okay. Well, I found something already. Go upstairs? We cannot. But I already fished something out.
Huh.
And how am I getting this out?
Oh. Ah.
Did I break the game? And they're starting together again.
If you want to deal with him,
I
will not take up.
Okay. Well, then let's try to leave.
You're just full of questions. Where did you get that?
It was found in a vent at the museum. Perhaps the very last thing I expected to find.
Yes. Well, thank you. I knew I had lost it somewhere.
A clearly valuable ring has just been returned to Madame, and she acts as though it means nothing to her.
And I would not describe throwing a ring at one's husband resulting in it being stuck in a vent as a case of losing it.
It is clear Madame Hélène felt no sickness at the gala, rather anger. In a moment of rage, she threw her ring at her husband before exiting the museum. And having seen the damage that she has caused in her own dressing room, one can conclude that it was the state of her marriage that allowed her emotions to get the better of her and act so rashly.
You have been most helpful.
The detective inspector will now be able to see as plain as day that Mademoiselle Court Smythe is the guilty party. Now to find him.
With the other remaining guests' movements all accounted for, she was the only one capable of making haste with the painting.
So can I really talk with him now? Okay, they're still here. Let's see.
Ah, detective, you're here.
Look and you shall find. How may I be of assistance?
Oh, well, I've had the photographs from the Garda developed.
That's good thinking, Miss Farquhar.
Oui, very kind, mademoiselle.
Oh.
Really? While taking the picture, she was... Wow, okay. Uh-huh. Pickpocketing the key to the restoration from Mademoiselle Warbeck. Caught red-handed.
There is nothing left for us to do but to take our findings to Detective Inspector Hardwick.
Do you think he'll listen?
It is his duty as a high-ranking officer of the law. We shall not be ignored. We have done all but arrest Mademoiselle Court Smythe for him. If it is the accolade that he desires, he may have it.
I was thinking that while you were speaking with Miss Court Smythe, I could try and find Mr. Christensen at their home.
It would certainly be more efficient. An excellent idea.
Him with a funny accent. He was here earlier asking the same questions. All I want is a bit of peace.
I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience.
Monsieur Hastings, your assistance is required immediately.
Good Lord, Poirot, that's a lot of smoke.
And now you are up to speed with the situation. I have evaluated the position we find.
If you're going to use the fire extinguisher, now would be the time.
Très bien.
That's it. One more should do it.
Detective Inspector, it is imperative we search the crime scene as soon as possible.
You mean my crime scene?
If I may, I can count on one hand how many crime scenes I have seen in my life, and although they are somewhere I don't wish to spend too much time, as the representative of Lloyd's of London Bank, it is my responsibility to handle all matters regarding the now stolen painting.
A weak attempt, but I've got more on my plate than dealing with some paper pusher getting his knickers in a twist. You've got until I return to do whatever it is you need to do. And if I find one thing out of place...
You may question my authority in this case, but I will not have my professionalism questioned.
Whatever you say.
Magdalene sits both Mademoiselle Court easel, but there's something about it. Mademoiselle,
Ah.
sales ledger, there must be something in here of note. But we're not reading that. Locked. To find the key.
Oh.
It may be the finest champagne, but I imagine most of the guests at the gala were unaware.
Huh.
A pungent smell of turpentine expels from the bottle. Another accounts book. A sales ledger with a embossed envelope containing £50 notes. I'm not surprised Mademoiselle locked it away. Anger of the many, discover of redemption. Magdalene, a morning in bloom. Magdalene.
Ah. Aha.
It didn't stand a chance of remaining amongst the fire.
Huh.
Containing a cherry tobacco, obvious, but its fruity aroma.
Oh.
Luckily, used to hold the candle.
Oh.
There must have been a reason to toss Julie into a fire. There's also a pin through one of the links. Curious. It appears that the fire spread more furiously to the right of the fireplace, completely melting the candle on the right. Oh!
Huh. Oh.
Addicted cigarettes.
Oh.
Someone has a rather persistent habit, judging by the number of stubs.
Oh.
The sharp spike is used to pierce the cork and preserve its bubbles. I would presume the glass belongs to Irene.
Aha.
Perhaps the strangest item to find on Mademoiselle's cart smith floor. Close-up and detailed photographs of the Magdalene painting taken before it took its place in the museum.
Ah.
Oh.
Aha.
Perhaps it is from a related series to our missing painting.
Huh.
The canvas edges show that this painting was not cut from the frame.